Hi everybody, welcome to my channel, Journey Just Come. In today's video, I reflect on what well-being can look like and ways I've managed my well-being during lockdown. So according to the Anne Freud organization, well-being can be defined as life satisfaction, positive functioning and happiness. And so I'd like you to also share what you think well-being means, because that also matters. And so there are different types of well-being. There is physical well-being, social well-being, emotional well-being. And even financial well-being. And there are many more, but just to name those three. And so when you think about what helps you to have life satisfaction, what helps you to feel happy, what helps you to have positive functioning in your life, it all taps into these different areas. These different areas affect your well-being. And so I've learned to have a range of different outlets that support those different areas in my life. Because when we are feeling low, it might be because we might be lacking in one of those areas. And so it is important that we have something that's specific to us, because everyone has a different peace list. And so what a peace list is to me is a list of things that I like to do to improve my well-being. And this came about in lockdown because I was reflecting on the things that I need to do for myself in order to disconnect from maybe those overwhelming feelings and just to feel good and to maybe not feel so stressed. And this is something that I encourage in other people in my profession, but it wasn't something that I had officially written down. And the reason why that's important to me is because it's something that I've encouraged in other people. And because I have a psychology background, in order for me to support people, I also need to be all right. And so it's important that I feel well, because you can't pour from an empty vessel. And so that's the reason why I'm doing this video, because it is of importance to me, and I believe in sharing good, honest information with people. And also just by sharing in the comments, someone else seeing something that helps to uplift other people's spirits, they might be inspired to do that too. And so I think it's a nice opportunity to share that information and support each other as well. So yeah, don't forget to share what you do in the comments below, and also like, share and subscribe to my channel, please. So as part of my social well-being in the lockdown, I started a social well-being challenge. The reason why I did this is because, one, I was influenced by my family. When we usually go on holidays, we, around the dinner table, we'll go around and talk about something that we like about our family member. And, naturally that just, it induces endorphins to people feel good. It's a way of feeling connected with people. And so despite being in lockdown at the time, you still feel connected with the people in your social network. So that's the logic behind that. And I think I did that at the time because I just realized that there was a social aspect to well-being as well. It's not just the emotional things about being in touch with how you feel and expressive, or maybe speaking to a therapist or a counselor. Encourage you as well to do something like that. It's a really nice way to reflect on what you appreciate about people. That really links nicely to my next thing that I want to talk about, which is gratitude, the attitude of gratitude. And so I believe that having this quality safeguards you from all the woes in the world. There's a lot of things that happen to us, but if we can see the silver lining, we can see the situation differently. It changes your perspective and drives you out of your situation, gives you hope. And there is a psychological study by Seligman in 2011, and he gave some participants a challenge to write down something that they're grateful for. I can't remember whether it was in the morning or in the night, but to do it for a whole week. And by the end of the experiment, it was so addictive in a sense that people were doing it past a week because of the benefits it had. It reduced their symptoms of depression. And that goes to show how powerful your mindset can be, and just training your mindset to think that way can help you. I'm not saying that being grateful is a cure for depression or anxiety, but it definitely helps to alleviate some of those symptoms that you're experiencing so that it doesn't get so heavy. So I would also like to share with you some of the things that I wrote on my peace list. So that included prayer, because I am a Christian and that is something that I do to connect with God. I also listen to gospel music and read my scriptures in order to gain more insights into what God's word is. I'll actually add the video that I posted on my Instagram, which is at Jhene Just Come. So these are the things that I do on a regular basis that help me to stay happy. So on my peace list, I had things like prayer, hugs from people that I trust, and speaking to people that I trust. And since then, I've reflected more about what brings me peace. And some of the things that I came up with were wearing earrings in the house. So I'm currently working from home, and so every day I would usually wear my earrings, but there's no specific reason to wear earrings because I'm not going out, or at least that's the mentality that I had. And so I really enjoy wearing earrings, and I think my mom's instilled that in me since I was young, always asking me, where's your earrings? And so just to feel a bit more dressy with my loungewear, I would put on some earrings. I'll put on perfume as well. These are things that I'd usually do that also make me feel nice, and so I brought that into my working from home environment as well. I also write poetry, and this helps me to like conceptualize my feelings. So this is part of my, I would say, my emotional well-being. I do tend to be in my head a lot, and so it's nice to actually put my feelings into a sentence and kind of make sense of it from there. It's kind of like speaking out loud for me. And I do enjoy like just playing with words and yeah, just doing that. Meditation, that is really important to me because sometimes I just need to, you know, kumbaya, like just disconnect from everything. So when I do meditate, I like to have my room tidy. I like to lie down, turn off the lights, maybe put on some fairy lights or something, just create like a zen environment for myself. I really enjoy that. And it's something that I used to do when I was a teaching assistant. I had like a mindfulness club with the kids, and so that has continued in my personal life too. And also because I'm working from home, I've started to have more aches and pains in my back, and so I've also I also practice some stretches to alleviate that tension in my back. Yeah, check out the baby pose. It's a yoga pose. I won't describe it because I probably won't be that great at describing it, but it helps to it helps with lower back pain. So those who are working from home, consider different ways that you can support those muscles and just make it easier for yourself, so you're not having that stress upon you. Because yeah, stress is not just maybe a person annoying you or other things like that. It could also be the tension that we feel in our bodies. So finding ways to relax that tension, that physical tension, is also part of your physical well-being. So yeah, I usually do the baby pose for 5 minutes. Sometimes I'm not as patient, so it's like maybe 3 minutes. And I put on some nice calming music, maybe some instrumental jazz or another meditation song, which is, it's got like different effects in it. So sometimes like water, or like, I can't remember the name of that instrument, but that instrument where it's like glass and you have like this bar that they put around the glass and it makes that sound. Anyway, I'll put a link in the description box to some of the songs that I listen to when I meditate. So yeah. So in regards to some of the things that I was doing during the start of the lockdown in March, I actually documented some of that. So the painting and the drawing, and just before this lockdown that we've just come out of, I went to a gallery. And so stay tuned for some of those videos. They will be coming up as well. And if I figure out how to link it into this video, then you will find it somewhere here. And if not, then this is like an awkward moment, but it's cool because my life is a bunch of awkward moments, and I've accepted that because yeah. Anyway, so moving on swiftly, there's another thing that I like to do to maintain my well-being. Sorry, this ear cuff is hurting my ears. Another thing I like to do to maintain my well-being is dance to funny music in my room, but I don't have a video for that I'm willing to share just yet. But I am considering making a video with my sister, who is a professional dancer. Obviously I'm not a professional dancer, but when we usually dance together, it's basically not professional, let's just say that. Yeah, that's something that I do like to do. It just like, it boosts my mood, and it gets your body moving. So again, that could be considered as physical well-being. I also love to go on long walks on the beach. No, I'm joking. I do like to go on long walks in general. I don't have a beach around me, but yeah, so that's another way that I maintain my physical well-being. And it's something that I did before an interview actually, and it was just another way to alleviate stress. Again, when we are under stress, our body tends to hold it in our muscles. So you might notice that your shoulders are high up and there's a lot of tension in here. And the thing with stress is that we need an outlet to release it. And so when you're active, you're using all that pepped up energy, and that actually helps you to calm down. And that's why some people find exercise to be a really good outlet when they're feeling stressed or overwhelmed. And so if you want to maintain your well-being, you need to do things that will help you be successful in doing that. And so goals, and having what we call SMART goals, which are specific, measurable, attainable or achievable, realistic, and time-bound. Make sure that they're SMART goals, because research shows that goals that are following this structure are more likely to be attained. So I'll be sharing some of the things that you have shared with me. So again, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next video. Those goals seem more achievable when... what did I just say? I can't remember. So yeah, I usually